Starting a marketing agency was one of the scariest decisions of my life. I had no big network, no fancy credentials, and absolutely zero guarantees that it's going to work out. I faced sleepless nights, big wins, and bigger mistakes, and today I want to share it all with you. Hey friends, my name is Pavik, and in this video, I'm going to break down the top lessons I've learned, the tools that saved hours and hours of my time, and then some of the strategies that I wish I knew when I started. If you're a new agency owner just like me, or you're thinking about starting, then this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with insider insights and actionable tips, so let's get into it. One of the first mistakes I made was trying to do everything. I thought I needed a logo, a website, and 50 other things during my business, but the truth is, all I needed was clarity. Questions like, who are you helping? Who's your primary customer? What problem are you solving for them? For me, it was working with small businesses and helping them grow their customer base, helping them with social media management, SEO, website, sales, funnels, etc. So you have to be very super clear on which customers you're trying to help and who is your ideal customer. Now let's talk about some of the tools that were really helpful for me when I was starting my journey. Number one being ClickUp. It's a project management tool, but also task management. I use Google Tasks more, but I've recently started using ClickUp. It's a little bit organized, so I can make sure that my tasks I'm following that tasks and statuses, so I can just for myself to keep myself in check. And then later on, if I want to onboard new team members, it's very easy to do it in ClickUp. The second and most important thing that worked for me is using Canva. I use Canva all the time. I'm actually thinking about getting the premium membership because they have so many pro templates that are useful to me. So in Canva, you can quickly create a logo, a website. They have tons of templates, so Canva was very useful for me. The third tool that I've just started exploring is Zapier for some of the automations. For example, if you have a CRM tool and you want to integrate an email follow-up, it's very easy to do it through Zapier. For example, if you have ClickUp tasks that you complete, you can run an automation that once that task is completed, you could send a follow-up email in your choice of CRM using webhooks and whatnot. So Zapier is a really powerful tool as long as you know how to use it. And third and utmost good is Google Workspace. So if you own your own domain like I do, Google Workspace has really good plans and you could use it for Gmail, calendar, like the whole thing, but you can use it under your own domain. Fifth tool that I'd say is Zoho Workspace. I've used it a little bit. It's not as UI friendly, but if you're on a budget, initially that's what I was using too. So that's something to check out. Okay, this is very important. Building relationship is so important, especially early on. So the more events and more people you meet is a superpower, because any person who knows what you do will recommend you to either potential customers or potential leads. This is how I got my first consulting gig. It was not from advertisements or my website at all, because initially when you build up your website, you literally have no customer. Like you think you're gonna launch an agency and you put your website online, but nobody actually visits. It's always if you visit events, if you do seminars, and if you meet more people, that's when you actually get customer. That's how I got my first client. They trusted me because someone vouched for me. They knew what I was doing. So that's how we ended up meeting and consulting. So this is very important, building relationships first and then thinking about advertising and spending money on that. For me, this is still early on. I'm very new to agency. I just started like a month ago, but it's a long journey, and I can tell right now that you're gonna get a lot of projects. Like in my current job, I have to juggle a few things, and then once my job is complete, I have to work on the agency, and there's a lot of things to do. You have to do your website yourself, you have to make content for it yourself, you have to automate stuff, and then on top of it, you have to meet new people. So once you start doing this, you'll quickly realize that you can't do everything. So it's very important to learn to say no to few things. Yes, in the short term, you'll take a hit if you say no to a couple events, but eventually, if you focus on the right things, the things that actually make your agency a success, then in the long term, it's going to be really helpful. Okay, dealing with insecurity and imposter syndrome. I struggled with it a lot. I'm still struggling with it. This is literally my first video that I'm recording for my marketing agency, but I think at some point you just have to get over it and do some kind of action. So this is what I'm doing, and I encourage my friends who are working in this space as well, that let's get real for a second. I've failed more than once, so it's okay if the world sees my failure. At the end of the day, it's your agency, it's your business, so you know how best to run it. Take advice from your friends and family and learn from YouTube like I do. But at the end of the day, any decisions that you make is up to you completely. That's the freedom that we were looking for. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.